Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to Forever Stranded. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing great. So, I am out here at the skeleton spawner because we did some things on the live stream that really changed a little bit of this. So, for starters, we added 7 disturbed spawners to this skeleton spawner. And you can see we are getting tons of skeletons. It's actually at a point now where I can't keep up with the spawners. And we get tons of wither skeleton skulls. As well as a pretty good amount of the solidified experience and normal experience. So I don't know, this may be our new spawner rather than the one that uses Enderman. Because, yeah, I mean, the stuff that we're getting here is actually more useful to us than the stuff that we get from the Enderman at the moment. We have plenty of Ender Pearls and plenty of Enderman heads right now. So the Wither Skeleton Skulls is actually something that I wanted to get because we needed to get a couple of the rings. And so we have now the Advanced Ring of Haste and the Advanced Ring of Speed, which allows us to move really fast and to insta-mine stone. Now, unfortunately, we can't insta-mine everything, and yeah, that is really unfortunate. But let's go ahead and get back to the base here, and we'll discuss a little bit of the other stuff that was done during the live stream. So first off, we made some dimensional transceivers. So these dimensional transceivers, if we take a look at these, they are made with an ender resonator, some electrical steel, some fused quartz, an ender crystal, and an octatic capacitor. So by making that, I was able to simplify the power system a little bit. So if we go up to the power generating floor, we can see now we have 5 generators here. And so I made one new generator and I moved one. So we have 5 generators here, and that's because we have no generators down here in the oil production area now. Instead, we just have a dimensional transceiver down here. So that is actually working out really nice. We have all the power down here that we could need. Ooh, we have a pumpkin. Finally! I have been waiting for this pumpkin for some time. I actually wanted the pumpkin so that I could try to make a little bit of a snowman farm. I don't know if it's going to work. The snowman may just die. We'll just have to see. But I mean, worst case scenario, we get a little bit of snow off of him before he dies, and then we try again somewhere else. But yes, we do not have a generator in here anymore. We're running on the dimensional transceiver. So that is one of the things that we did, and that made a big difference. So now we can take power basically anywhere that we want, and we're drawing it directly out of this capacitor bank, which now has 72 million RF of storage and 100,000 RF of output. I don't even know if these dimensional transceivers can handle that, but it does have 500,000 RF currently in it. So that is something that we did, and I'm actually going to use up all of that and store all of my XP here. So the next thing was that we added looting to our sword. So looting 3, that helps us to get a lot more wither skeleton skulls. Now the wither skeleton skulls, I needed to get those because we needed some wither skeleton skulls in order to make these advanced rings. So if we look at the recipe on these advanced rings, they require ender stars, and ender stars require nether stars, black quartz, prismarine shards, and dragon's breath. And dragon's breath we can make with stable ender pearls, diamond shards, and a nether star. So we needed nether stars. So up on the roof up here, and actually let's go ahead and grab a little bit of soul sand. So we'll grab, whatever, half a stack of soul sand. And we will go up to the top floor. So we have this stuff here. Reinforced glass from Tiny Progressions. So if we look that up, so the reinforced glass from Tiny Progressions is witherproof, and it just takes some obsidian and dirty glass. And dirty glass is soul sand and some type of other glass. And so that stuff was really easy to make, but we are able now to spawn a wither in here, and he can't get out. It's really nice. He's stuck in there, and all that we have to do is go up and smack him around a little, and he's dead. So, yeah, he'll sit in here for as long as we want him to, and then when we come up here, we can just sit here and poke at him a little. You can see we're doing about 10 damage per swing, and occasionally that one does happen, where he will manage to shoot through the doorway and will be withered. But typically, you know, we can kill him without any problems. So, yeah, we've got him killed, and I forgot that our ring of magnetizing is still in there. So, yes, we can get nether stars really, really easily now, which is very nice. So, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and drop some of this stuff that we don't need off in here. And we actually got a little bit of XP, so let's store that. So then, another thing that we did with the nether stars was to make, finally, the mega torch. So the mega torch takes some blocks of gold, blaze rods, logs, a nether star, and a gas tier. The gas tier was easy enough. We get that by sieving soul sand. All the rest of this stuff we have seen very prominently. So we can make that, and actually if we grab a couple of blocks of gold, and this will greatly help things right here around the base. If I can get it to, there we go. So we can make the mega torch, and this will stop spawns around the torch. And I have no idea how wide of an area it stops spawns, but if we place this thing down somewhere, like, I don't know, say right there, now we will have no new spawns in this area. So if we go up to the top of the base and teleport up a little ways so that we can get everything to despawn, and then fall back down, we should have no mobs around the base, and nothing is spawning. So we do have over here some mobs that have been trapped, and it looks like they're actually on the other side. So we have a few over here that have been trapped, and yeah, even that, looks like the torch keeps the compressed mobs from spreading. Wow. Okay, well, let's get rid of those guys. So we'll get these last few that were holding some rotten flesh around here. And it looked like we had one way over here. Yes, so these guys might be outside of the range. Yep. So these guys are outside of the range of the torch. So the torch is probably either 64 or 128 blocks. But yeah, we can make those really, really easily now, which is really nice. Makes life a lot easier. We won't have mobs spawning right around our tower here anymore. So that is another thing that we took care of. So let's go ahead and get our inventory cleared out. Now, the next thing that I took care of, this one might cause some controversy because I didn't record it. I mean, it is in the live stream, but I didn't record it. So the reason for all of this was that we made a meteorite compass. So I decided to go looking for a meteorite. I made that, came out here, and it pointed straight east on this balcony. So you can see off in the distance we have a waypoint 2,300 blocks away labeled Meteor. And if we take a look at our mini-map, this is a meteor and a half. And also I have been doing heavy mining on it to try to find what I've been looking for. But yes, this, we've actually found all of our applied energistic presses out there. But the thing is I want to be able to get back and forth to that thing because I'd like to be able to find a way to work the whatever Skystone into the builds. And we have gotten tons of Skystone. So yeah, we're into the second one now. Lots of Skystone, as well as a whole bunch of other things. So we got tons of sand. Found a fossil near the main meteor, and so we got a bunch of bone blocks. Also raided a couple of temples on the way, so we got those, and then lots and lots of spawners. So tons more disturbed spawners. And the thing is a bunch of these spawners that have skeletons in them have nothing in their hand. You know, they are just a skeleton spawner, but the skeleton doesn't have any weapons, which is rather interesting. But we also have a couple of broken spawners that we picked up and some spawner shards and tons of the Skystone, lots of sand and lots of other things. But we got like a couple of crafting monitors and 4 ME drives, a bunch of glass cable, some dark illuminated panels, some ME conversion monitors, a cell workbench, these drill blocks from advanced rocketry. I mean, there's just tons and tons of stuff here. Also got a temperature regulator, some spatial pylons. I mean, there is a lot of stuff that we got from this. And so, yes, lots and lots of goodies from what we went out there. But you can see we only have one press in here right now, and that is the inscriber calculation press. So this press will make the Certus quartz version of the printed circuit. And so we have 3 more that we need to get. We need to get the logic press, the I can't remember what the other one is. So if we look up inscriber, so we have the calculation press, the engineering press, we still need the logic press, and the silicon press. Now I did find all of those. Now also the name press would be nice, but I don't think that we really need it. So yeah, I don't know. It would be nice to have that. But we have some things that we need to do in order to be able to make some quick trips back and forth to that meteor. And what I want to do is some more Ender.io stuff, of all things. So in Ender.io, we have this teleport block and the dialing device. Now if we look at this, the dialing device says place near a telepad stores and sets destinations, and the telepad block says uses power to teleport entities to a specific position and dimension, must be placed in a 3x1x3 multi-block. So we need to make a few of these. These are going to take some ender crystals, travel anchors, yeah, and we need 9 per. So I have a bunch of stuff to make. Also the dark steel, I think we're a little short on that. Fused quartz we might be a little short on as well. But I want to make some of these up because I want to see if this thing will actually work like I think that it does, and we should be able to teleport out there just instantly. So let me get some stuff done, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so I think I've got everything that we need here. So I've got 2 dialing devices, 18 teleport pads, and 3 dimensional transceivers. We don't need that many, but that's how many I wanted to make because that's how many I had supplies for. So we have these teleport pads and the dialing devices. That is going to be the base of the machine. Now, unfortunately, just like we had problems with the elevators, we have an odd center, or an even center here. And so trying to do this with the proper size just doesn't really work very well. But so what we're going to do is set up our transport pad here. Whoops. Man, that thing looks cool. That looks absolutely amazing. Okay, hold shift. Use the power to... Yep. Okay, so if we right-click on here, So we can actually set the position. Interesting. Okay, and what is this? We've got some type of a piece of paper thing here. Travel settings. Okay, well, let's name this Hame. And caps lock is on again. Home base. And we don't need any of this other stuff. And so we should be good. Okay. So back to the telepad settings. We're not going to worry about that. And then here, I think what we're going to do is break out that block. We're going to place a dimensional transceiver here. Set this on our power for main base, receive. And that should now have power. So now this thing should have power. Yes, it does. Dew of the Void. Oh boy. Okay, so this thing needs Dew of the Void. Alright, so Dew of the Void, how do we go about making you? So I do believe that that is the one that we need, the nutrient distillation. Okay, well, Dew of the Void, there it is. So Dew of the Void, we need nutrient distillation, grains of piezoality, and grains of the end. So the grains of piezoality are from pulsating crystals in the sag mill, and then the other one is from ender crystals. Okay, well, I guess we have a little bit more to do. I need to get another vat put together here, and yeah, I gotta make a little bit of stuff. So let me get that all figured out, and I will be right back. So I have got everything made up here. I made another vat. I've got some grains of piezoality and some grains of the end. So let's go ahead and put these in here. And this should start... Wow, that took a lot of nutrient distillation to do that. So this should start making stuff. I really wish that we could place capacitors in these things. Unfortunately, we can't. So I am going to take one bucket here. And eventually we should get these hooked up via fluid transposers, dimensional transceivers, and so we won't even have to worry about this. So if we go into this, we are just about finished. There we go. One bucket of Dew of the Void. So can we pipe this in, or do we have to... Yeah, how do we... Yeah. Nope. Nope. I'm surprised that didn't cause us to teleport. Well, let's go ahead and get some torches back in here, even though they're not really necessary anymore. But, so it looks like we're probably going to have to pipe that in somehow. So let's go ahead and grab a tank. I think we actually have one tank in here. Yeah, we do. Okay, so let's grab a tank, and we'll put this right next to this thing. Now we can put that in, and we should be able to set this to output to that side. And yes, it is pushing it in there. So there we go. 500 millibuckets of Dew of the Void. So we have no location set. So I think what we need to do now is take the rest of this out to the other location. Oh, and we have a couple of buckets. So let's go ahead and get all of this in there. Set this to output on this side. And this thing is not accepting. Why? Because it's on push. Okay, so we'll pull there. So that'll give us 2.5 buckets of the stuff with us. So now let's head out to the Meteor and see if we can get this set up on the other side. So there is the Meteor. You can see that is one heck of a thing. So we're gonna get down here as close as we can. Let's go ahead and zoom in here. And we have down inside of the center of this a room that was there, and that's where a lot of the stuff was at. So if we teleport down in here and turn off our glider. So down here I have a weather deflector, a megatorch, a dimensional transceiver, a wireless charger, and then my strong boxes and a bed. So we have a lot of stuff here already, and I want to be able to get this stuff, be able to go back and forth really quickly. So let's go ahead and move a little of this stuff around. We're going to change some of this. So we're going to start by digging out a spot for our stuff. So that should pretty much cover it. So now we need the teleport pad set up here. Okay, and then we need the dimensional transceiver, which is already configured. We need to place our dialing device, which is something that I forgot to do on the other one. We will place our tank here and make sure that this is set to push on this face. So that's going to put 500 millibuckets of that into there. And like I said before, we will be sending that stuff through the dimensional transceiver later. And so now we will place our wireless charger right next to that. So now we are getting charge. Our tools are getting repaired or refilled with power and everything while we're here. So now we want to set the name on this one, and we will go AE to Meteor. If I can spell. There we go. Okay, so now the question becomes, how do we get this to work? So there's got to be something that I am missing here. So there must be like some type of a... I don't know what this little piece of paper thing is, because I don't see anything in Ender.io that looks like that. Well, obviously this thing is not working at the moment. I can't dial my other location. I have power in both of them, so I don't know for sure what is going on. Well, let me do just a little bit of quick research on this, because I can't believe that this teleport pad wouldn't work. So I will be right back. So it looks like we've got a little bit of something to make here. Not really a difficult thing to make, but we need to make this little coordinate selector. And this is supposed to be able to set the coordinates for these teleport pads. So, oh, come on. So let's go ahead and grab this. And no paper in inventory. Okay, so we need some paper. Do we have any? Yeah, we've got plenty of paper. Okay. So now, this thing currently, we could manually set the coordinates, which actually, let's try that first. Let's go ahead and, can we set this? Okay, home. Alright, so that made this piece of paper home. Alright, so now, can we... No, I don't want to do that. So now, let's try to manually set the coordinates in here. We can't. Darn it. So if we put that, so... Alright, that's no good. Why can we not... Okay, there we go. So now the home coordinate is in this dialing device. Okay. I hear a noise. Okay, I don't know for sure what I need to be doing here. Well, let me go back out to the other location and grab another one of these. And apparently I can't make this stop. I don't really want to break this thing. Well, let me go out and see if I can put that into the other teleporting device out there. So we're back out here at the Meteor. I have made another piece of paper for the Meteor. So if we put in the home and the Meteor, so now both of those are in here. So now if we go home, oh, that is cool. So we can put the Meteor in here. And now all that we have to do is select the Meteor and teleport. I'm curious to know how much dew this takes, but here we are out at the Meteor. So it looks like it takes 100 dew of the void for each teleport. Okay. So we can't manually edit these. We have to edit them with the dialing device and these pieces of paper that have coordinates created by the coordinate selector. So that is something to keep in mind. But I will say these teleport pads are really expensive. And I mean really expensive. Now, in here, you can see there are a lot of areas that have been cut through here, and that was just the most efficient means that I could figure out to find what I was looking for, because I couldn't really find anything in here. Now, this was a room that was covered with mob skulls and had a whole bunch of stuff in it, but there were no inscriber presses anywhere. Well, digging these channels through here revealed chests hidden through the area, and like this one is our engineering press and another ME drive. So let's go ahead and grab that, and I don't have my axe on me. That's fine, we'll just break it that way. And so we have several of these that we have found through here, and I believe the other ones are not yet into... Yeah, so they are right here. So here is this one. So this gives us the inscriber logic press, a 64K ME storage device, 3 printed engineering circuits, and a 16x3 spatial storage cell. And I'm curious to know if these contain anything. I doubt that they do, but we'll have to find out. And then a little bit over here, I found this one that has our silicon press, as well as some covered cable, some glass cable, and some dense cable. So those are very nice. Now I will be continuing to dig as much as I can in this thing. So, you know, the goal is to completely remove this Meteor. Unfortunately, even with our advanced ring of haste, which gives us haste 2, and an efficiency 5 dark pick, that's as fast as we can mine this stuff. So yeah, I've done some checking in creative, and it would appear that there is no way to insta-mine the Skystone. So that is very unfortunate, but hey, we can get back and forth here very quickly now. So let's go ahead and teleport back home. We have a whole bunch of stuff now, and we can very quickly go back and forth between our locations. Very, very nice. So yes, applied energistic stuff. Lots of applied energistic stuff. If we grab all of the things here that are useful that we've picked up, I don't even think I can hold them all. Let's go ahead and put down our strong boxes, and we'll try to get everything here together. So we'll throw this stuff in there so that we have it. And now we are down to just the applied energistic stuff. So let's get over here and grab the remainder of the stuff out of here. So we have some seeds, some cards, even a nether quartz pickaxe. That is added by applied energistics, but yeah, that's not quite as important. So some of these things. Yeah, look at all of that. Some spatial pylons. Lots of stuff came out of this. So yes, that actually gives us a huge jump. And, you know, just because I really want to find out, and I need my ring of speed to keep the stuff working properly. So let's go ahead and head up here to our applied energistics area. And we are going to see if there actually is anything on these discs. I very seriously doubt it. So we'll drop in this one. That needs something different. But this disc here, okay, yeah, it's 0 used. So this one here we would have to put into something to be able to see. But yeah, a 64K. So let's go ahead and swap this one out here. And yeah, lots of room in there, so we can throw all of our applied energistic stuff in here. Very nice. So yeah, let me check and see. I'm pretty sure we're out of time for the episode, but let me check and see, and I'll be back in a little bit. So I did add another channel to my dimensional transceiver, and that is in the fluid section. So I added void dew to this, and we are sending that from the base, and we're getting it at the telepads. So we now keep our tanks full of dew of the void, which is very nice. So that means that we can just kind of teleport back and forth at will, as long as we can keep the stuff working for making the dew of the void, which right now we have plenty of the grains of piezoality, but we need more of these grains of the end. So I've got to do a whole bunch of stuff with capturing endermen and, you know, making some ender whatever they are, the ender crystals. So yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff to do there, and I'm going to do that between episodes. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or anything that you would like to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.